Hi guys, how are you all, gorgeous ladies? How are you doing? This is Dr. K and this is the Gynae Talks. We talk about everything reproductive health, everything woman, everything lady, everything that you need to know about your reproductive health. And this is a very important topic that we're going to do today, and it's gonna mark the end of this very important month. We call it the Sexual Assault Awareness Month, or the SAAM month. And I want to give you a few things that are important that defines or differentiates the sexual assault and normal sexual intercourse, and this is about consent. So if you're new to this, please subscribe. You can follow some of my videos, and then you can click down below for any like or subscribe, and share it with your friends, share it with your family, and let them learn a bit about this issue. So join me. This is Dr. K. Welcome back, and today we're going to discuss something about consent. And why I picked this, it's because it is the one that differentiates sexual assault and normal sexual practice. And this is because there's been a lot of stories going around here, even in Kenya and even here, right here in Nairobi, about people who have undergone some serious sexual assault or things done towards them, and particular stories about women who have actually been with men who they thought would be safe, they would be safe around them, and ended up being raped or assaulted, and even worse still, dead. And it's happened many times before. So I really want to talk about what consent is about. There's particular groups that I'm going to remove from this consent area, and these are people like young children, because you cannot have a consent with young children, anyone who's below 18, the years of age of consent. We're talking about very elderly people. We're talking about mentally challenged people. You need to consider that these people might not be able to make decisions on their own, and this does not apply to them. So whether they say yes or no, these are people who may not be able to make this decision. So consent, what is consent? This is the acceptance, or it could be a verbal, physical, different ways of giving consent can be seen. And I want you to look at it. You can either say, when you're saying consent, you're saying, yes, I've given consent, I've said yes to doing something. If you do not accept to it, then you've not given consent. And there are particular words that I feel that are very important to note, especially when you're with a girl or with a guy. They might say some words and you might think that this is yes or this is no. You need to be able to differentiate that. So these words, and before I go into that, I have a little something here. This is some sparkling water and strawberry infused water and lemon, and this is what I'm having. So grab yours as well, and let's enjoy ourselves as we discuss this very important topic for all the women out there. Please share it kwanza with those ones you feel might need this information. And this is actually a legal thing. If someone says yes or no, that is their right. Okay, so we said consent is permission. You're giving permission to do something or allowing something to happen. So, and in this case, it's sex. Having sex with someone needs to have consent. And this applies to everybody except those ones I have mentioned. And that includes even age mates. If you're like 20 and she's 20, or the other way around, or there's a bit of an age difference, but they're of legal age, they might want to say whether they want this or not. So there are physical cues that you need to pick, or verbal cues that you need to pick, that says this I'm not ready for, or this I am okay with. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the easier one, which is the consent. I say yes. There's obviously the one I say yes. Okay, so when you say yes, that's a yes. That is go ahead and do it. If someone says absolutely, that's also a consent. If someone says something like of course, or I like that, that is I'm saying yes, okay? That is basically giving a go ahead for something to happen. What about someone who says something like, I don't know, is that a yes or no? It can't be, definitely cannot be a yes. If they say I don't know, then don't go ahead and do that thing. What if they say I'm not ready? I'm not ready. That means they're just saying no. They've not given a consent. Don't go ahead with that thing. If they say I guess so, because maybe they feel a bit intimidated with you, or by you, or they're younger than you, if they say I guess so, then that there's something they're not sure about. So you need not to continue with whatever that you're doing, because that's not a yes. If they say stop, that is a no, no, no. Don't go ahead with it. If they say no, that's a direct thing. So this is very, very clear, as in, don't take I'm not sure as I'm saying yes, or don't say I think so as yes. So why I'm talking about this consent, it's because there are different times that people can give consent, and different situations that someone can decide to say yes for something. And even if they decide to change it in between, you should allow them to decide on their own what they want. For example, if you said it's an absolute consent, say yes, this is gonna happen, or yes, I'm gonna have this with you, I'm gonna have sex with you, or yes, I'm gonna marry you, then that's a go ahead. That's an absolute go ahead. That is fine. And of course, if they're of legal age. If what if they say yes, and then right in the middle of doing something they say no, or they say I'm not sure about this, then do you go ahead with this or not? Unfortunately, this is what has been happening now. Maybe a guy was interested in you. Now I'm changing the situation. Now it's a guy and you're the lady, and the guy is interested in you, and then you started having, maybe you're kissing or whatever, and then he decides, and I know I've switched this scenario because it can actually happen. The guy says, no, I'm not sure about this now. Why don't we try it again later? That is a no, no, no. You do not continue with whatever you're doing. And same goes for the guys. If a guy finds a girl interesting and you're actually having a conversation and it looks like you're both interested, it's possible that she was interested in you. But once she said, I do not know, no, or I'm not sure, that's a no. It's a stop consent. You can reverse a consent. You can reverse a consent. It's a thing that is present and it is in the law. So if someone says yes and they stop in the middle, then it is no for you. Another one, which could also be an informed situation. So let's say if someone has worn a condom, no, they say, I'm gonna use a condom, and then they don't use the condom. Is that sexual assault or not? Okay, so yes, if you said that's sexual assault, you're correct, because they did not do what they were supposed to do in the context of the consent that you gave. So that's also a very important point that most men do not understand, or even some women do not understand. They still continue and do whatever they were they agreed earlier. But if you've broken whatever you had decided, like if you're not using a condom now, and you said you're going to use a condom and you don't use it, then that's a breach of consent. Okay, so there's so many other different ways that consent can be breached. So remember, I'm not talking about the people who are too young or too old or mentally challenged, or even some handicapped people who can decide, because of situations, if they say, no, I do not want this, just stop. As in, save yourself, save your family, because what happens if someone is sexually assaulted and they report you to the police? Let me tell you, that's an issue of the state. It's not an issue. It's, for example, I would give you an example. Did you know that if you were 19 and you had a 17-year-old girlfriend, you are doing something wrong? You're a criminal. Did you know that? If you're having sex with a 17-year-old and you're 19 thinking that it's the same age, that is not true. Don't lie to yourself. If she is under 18 or he is under 18, you are defiling that child according to the law. So you can be reported by the parents. You can be taken to court. You will not be given bail. at least not immediately, and if ever, you will be given a very, very high amount to pay. And I don't think you want to get into that. So if you do have a younger girlfriend or boyfriend who's below age of consent, you are doing wrong. Stop it. Just stop it. Look for someone your age. Okay, so that's one of the things that people do not know. And in fact, even if the parents withdraw their accusation, the law allows the government to take over your case, and now you belong to the state, and your case belongs to the state. So you need to be careful with these kind of situations. The same thing with if you're blackmailing people. Let's say you have money and you keep telling this person that I will stop doing this, or I will do this, or I will do it because I have power. If you do not do this with me, that's also criminal, and you can be reported as well. So sexual assault can happen in many different forms. It can even be online, it can be verbal, it can be physical. Physical, really, there's no better sexual, there's no which one is better, but it can happen at any one point. It can happen online, like if someone comments about something, you're a woman and you're wearing a short dress, and you're walking in town or something, and then someone says, hey, you're looking for it, even if it's online, you can be caught, by the way. So you need to be careful about that. And it's not right to blame women or men who do whatever they want to do, that they deserve to be awarded or something with sex. Think straight, guys. It's not right. You do your stuff. Leave the people who are doing their stuff to do their stuff. If a woman wants to wear whatever they want to wear, it's up to them. That does not mean she deserves a gift from you. Who are you? Okay? So yes, I'm a bit tough this time because sexual assault is not a funny thing. We have very many people who go through counseling, and those ones who have physical injuries come to us, and it's not funny at all. So I talked about if it is emotional. You can actually have, within a marriage, you can also have rape within a marriage if the consent has not been given. The man has come from outside, maybe he drank or maybe he's okay, and he comes and forces himself onto his wife. That's still rape. There's consent, and that's why I keep talking about consent. It divides the two, where you say it's right and where it's not right. And those are the cues you need to pick, the words you need to pick. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe next time. Pick up those cues. Let me tell you, and if you even have an actual crush on someone and she is also interested in you, if you actually ask for consent, even if you know that it's gonna be an nonverbal, like you just ask her, can I kiss you? You might actually score really good points. So it doesn't harm to actually ask that question. So don't go ahead and do something because you believe in your mind that that's what the other person wants. Let them give you a verbal consent. It's very, very important. Otherwise, you find yourself in prison, and what? It's not funny. Okay, so I hope that has helped some people. The few, maybe I'll put some links down below about different stories that have happened recently in Kenya about sexual assault. Maybe a woman who has jumped, so many things, and it sparked a lot of different thoughts from different people. Men thinking differently, women thinking differently. Now people are being attacked and being told you're toxic feminist, or there's a lot of toxic masculinity. We don't need to get there. It comes with yes or no. So choose which side you want to be. From me, I wish you the best. Have an amazing, amazing month. Please make sure to relax, get yourself exercise, eat well, take your glass of water. By the way, this is water. And enjoy yourself. Please share with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and also check the other videos that I have previously. Toodles, bye.